What's up, everybody? Today is day 6 of Epic Game Store's event, 15 days free games for the holidays, which is awesome. Today we have Metro 2033 Redux, which is a 2014 title. It's a first-person shooter in a post-apocalyptic atmosphere. Great game. A lot of people say really positive things about it. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the list that came out, what we can look forward to, and why I think that this list is actually accurate this time. This is something that most of you may have already seen, but I want to bring it up and talk about it a little bit further. So a Twitter post by someone by the name of Jovan Munja. Thank you for doing this, by the way. First 6 titles here have all been accurate so far for what has been released. Now, obviously, the next 9, they're unconfirmed. Based on this list being provided to us on the 18th when The Long Dark was available, it has been right 4 for 4. And judging by the titles that are to come, from Tropico 5 down to Jurassic World Evolution, we can assume that this lists pretty good possibility that these games are available. Now, there has been some skeptical responses to this. We have some people saying that these games aren't in the Epic Game Store, like Alien Isolation, which was disproved yesterday morning when it was in the Epic Game Store. So it is possible that Epic is adding these games to their library. The point is that they have offered these games so far, even when they weren't in the Play Store previously. So taking a look at the days to come here, we have a list based on the date and the game being offered. So we have quite a few different options here. We have some city simulations, 2D adventure like side-scroll games, open world survivors, survival horror, first-person shooter, a card game that I really feel like is just kind of a filler game, tower defense, and then some RPG style games with some different variations like life simulations, action, or turn-based combat. Now, something that I like to do when I'm interested in a game is go to the Steam store, take a look at the game, and the things that I look at here is that I want to look at all the reviews, how many people have reviewed the game, and what percentage of them was positive. The release date, which is going to tell me how old the game is. It's going to tell me what to expect from a graphic standpoint, development standpoint. Developer and publisher, if I know them, then that's going to add some form of credibility. If I don't know them, then it's not a big deal. Probably the most important piece, though, is the user-defined tags for the product. This is based on popularity, so the majority of the users have listed this as a city builder simulation building strategy mod game. So if I click on these specifically, it's going to tell me other games in that category. So if I've played one, I have something to kind of compare it to in my mind, something that whether or not I'm going to like it, or if it's something I've never played before. It's going to be important in my decision on whether or not what kind of experience I'm looking for. And then finally, the price. That's going to tell me how much of a value I'm getting today, whether it's on sale, whether I'm paying full price for it because it's new, or I'm being given it for free through the Epic Game Store 15 days of free games. But I also get to see the bundles as well as the DLC offered in the game, because that's going to tell me whether or not this is a game I need to think about in the future. Am I going to have to spend money to enjoy it later? Or am I going to be missing out on some kind of content that's important to the game? That's going to lead me to wanting to Google that information to be able to identify that. This is a process that's just kind of become my system every time I'm interested in a new game. So if that helps you making a decision on which of these games is going to be best for you, then that's great. If not, no worries. Now we're just going to cover a few of those things with each of these games. So starting with City Skyline, we've kind of already looked into this. It's gotten very positive reviews, 92% out of 100K. City builder, simulation building strategy mod type game. It's normally $30. It was delivered to us on the 17th for free. If you like city building simulations, it's a good one. I did click this earlier and I did see one that's also being offered to us at the end of the month on the 31st, which is Jurassic World Evolution. So keep that in mind if you are interested in this. That might be also there. There's also Tropico 6, which Tropico 5 is also being offered in this free game lineup, so might also be another consideration to use. Now on December 18th, we got Oddworld New and Tasty. This game has not received a lot of reviews, but of the 2,000 reviews, it's gotten 88%. Kind of take that with a grain of salt. 2015 title. From those that actually enjoy the Oddworld series, a lot of people really enjoy it and had a good experience with the game. It's currently only a $20 MSRP. So we're getting it a $20 game for free in this event, and it's an adventure puzzle platformer/remake. Now on December 19th, we received The Long Dark, which is a open world survival craft survival/open world game made by Hinterland Studio. Gotten a very positive outlook. 91% rated it positive out of 64,000, which is pretty amazing given that the game's only been out for 3 years. I've actually seen this game in a couple different reviews pop up in the last year. It's gotten very, very good reviews. So if you really enjoy this type of game, this might be one to look into. Now, the third one that was delivered to us on the 19th was Defense Grid: The Awakening, which To me, this is just kind of filler. It's only had 3,000 reviews. It's kind of similar to Oddworld, where it's just not a huge title. It's a really old game, 12 years old. Tower defense strategy game. I mean, this is pretty much a mobile game on your computer. It's normally 10 bucks. You get it for free. To me, this is, again, just not something I want to spend too much time on, but we have Alien Isolation. Alien Isolation was delivered to us on the 21st. It's a horror, survival horror, sci-fi, atmospheric VR experience. Honestly, it looks pretty scary, and I love games like these personally. This is a game that I felt like was a gem in all of this so far. It's gotten 29,000 reviews, and 92% of them were positive. This is definitely a niche game. Not everybody likes survival horror, but if you do, this might be up your alley. It's normally a $40 game, one of the better values that's been given in the lineup. This is probably going to be one of the bigger titles. Now, Metro 2033 is a game that was released in 2014. It's a post-apocalyptic FPS atmospheric action type game by 4A Games, Deep Silver. 43,000 reviews, 85% of them positive. The normal price on it is $20. This is something that you can pick up today, so make sure you go ahead and claim that if you're looking into that. Definitely looks like a fun playthrough. It's the only first-person shooter game that's being offered in this current lineup for the 15 days, but it definitely looks like a good experience for how old the game is. The graphics actually look pretty good. Tomorrow, we're going to have Tropico 5. Tropico 5 is similar to City Skyline. It is a city builder strategy simulation. Looks like strategy is more on the top of the list than city builder, though. Built in 2014, so a year earlier than City Skyline. Mostly positive. 78% of the 8,500 reviews were positive. To me, it just doesn't hit home as much as City Skyline did. It's a $20 game, and you're getting it for free. Now, on December 24th, we are going to be receiving a game called Inside. It is a 2D adventure puzzle. It's story-rich, atmospheric. Definitely looks like a fun game, in my opinion. I've always liked games like these that really capture a really good storyline within something like this. It's actually received extremely good reviews. 96% of the 24,000 have been positive. For something that is a niche game like this, I think that this is definitely going to be one that's going to be a hidden gem. It's normally $20, and we are getting it for free. Now, on December 25th, we are going to be receiving Darkest Dungeon for free. This is a game that came out in 2016. Most of you know what it is. It has received a lot of ratings, 73,000, 90% of them positive, by Red Hook Studios. This has been a game that I've personally played. I've really enjoyed. It's a turn-based combat, dark fantasy RPG. It's very difficult. You end up dying a lot, rinse, repeat. There's a lot of systems within it and mechanics that make it more complex. Positive and negative buffs that you get in the game, or perks, or whatever you want to call it. And it's just a lot of fun to play through, and I haven't actually given it the time of day that I should have it when I originally purchased this game, but if it's being given for free, I definitely recommend checking this one out. It is normally $25. It is being given to us free. Again, that is on the 25th, Christmas. Now, the day after Christmas, we're going to be given My Time at Portia, which is a RPG life simulation, which is kind of a unique twist on the RPG style. So it's got some farming simulation, some very casual gameplay, very positive reviews, 21,900 or 22,000, 93% of them were positive. It's a $30 game being given to us for free. So if this is something that you enjoy, whether you like RPG or life simulations, this might be a good twist on either of those. Now, on the 27th, we're going to have another filler, in my opinion. It has received some very positive reviews. 94% had a good time with it, but it's a very niche game. It's a 2D adventure story game, very story-rich, atmospheric. It's got a good soundtrack. It is an indie game, and there are some people that like that, so that's good. This is going to be one that I'm not exactly very excited about, but it is only a $20 game that is being given to us for free. Now, on December 28th, we're going to be given Stranded Deep, which is an open-world survival multiplayer game. It was created in 2015. It's been mostly positive reviews. Out of 26,500, 75% were positive. So not as great as some of the other ones. I'd probably try The Long Dark over this one personally. The game is normally $15, and we're getting it for free on the 28th. On the 29th, we're going to be given the best game in the lineup, Solitairica. I'm just kidding. It's literally just a little card game. Uses solitaire with some RPG roguelike.
No, thank you.
On December 30th, we're going to be receiving Torchlight II, which is the second in a 3-part series. It was built in 2012, so you can expect not the best graphics, but it still looks pretty good for a 2012 game, honestly. It's an RPG, action RPG, hack and slash loot and co-op. So this kind of reminds me of Diablo type experience. Very positive reviews. Out of 27,000, 93% of them were positive. It's a $20 game base retail price, and we are going to be getting it for free again on the 30th. So make sure to get that one. I'm actually kind of excited for that one. On December 31st, we are going to be receiving Jurassic World Evolution, which is basically a fantasy take on a city builder simulation type game. The popular tags for it is building, dinosaurs, simulation, and management. Gotten very positive reviews. 83% of the 31,000 rated this positively. It's not very old at all, and it's normally $45, which is the ceiling of value that the 15 days of free games is giving us with a $45 game. I wanted to also take a second and thank all of you for using my creator code, coming into the live streams on Twitch and YouTube, as well as liking, commenting, subscribing, and helping others find my video in the flood of content out there today. Because of you, it has helped my small channel continue to grow substantially in the last few months, so I really appreciate this. I can't thank you enough. I feel like a broken record every time I say it, but seriously, you're all incredible. Stay tuned for more content on gaming around great deals and other strategies to enhance gaming. And if you're interested in Genshin Impact content, I have a running playlist of content, as that has been my main game up to this point. It is a free to play mobile PC console MMORPG. And as terrible as the gacha system is, it is a good playthrough, so I recommend it. And I hope that you're having the most amazing experience with your gaming, and good luck with the holiday sale through Epic. And I will see you in the next one.